This is my old BMW E46. What you see behind that front bumper kind of gives it away. That's why it's fitted with the legendary 2JZ engine. I rebuilt this engine completely from scratch. It's got forged conrods, forged pistons, stage 3 272 cams, bronze valve guides, dual valve springs, titanium retainers. The cylinder head has been ported and polished. The valves are 1mm oversized. The pistons are 0.5 oversized. The crank's been polished. It's been pressure tested. You name it, it's been done. R35 coil packs, FMIC Pro front facing inlet manifold, Bosch 1000cc injectors, Tomai fuel pressure regulator, dual oil catch can you see down there, all these AN lines. The only thing I've cheaped out on is the Chinese turbo, because I did have a HX55 on there, but because of the no space you see there, it wouldn't fit. But there's a few things that just need to get finished before we drive this car, and that is the prop shaft and the exhaust. So just gonna fit the prop shaft onto the car and then put the exhaust back on, put some air in the tyres. Then it should be ready to have a first drive out of it, see if it'll drive on its own wheels. So I'm just going to do that now, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Before we go in, do the last few little bits on this car to get it driving out of here, let me just show you around the car and show you how much modification it needed to get this engine in here, to get it all bolted up, fitted, and basically to make it work. Alright, so the front bumper, had to cut all this around here. Back behind here, you've got the crash bar, so I had to cut a little bit off that, so it will fit because of my front mount intercooler, along with my oil cooler. If you're wondering why my oil cooler is at the front, it's because there's no other space to put it. I wanted it here, that's why you see I've cut this out, because I tried fitting it there, but because of the AN lines, it just wouldn't work. There's no space for the AN lines, so it couldn't go there. Another option is to have it on the side, but no, as you can see, it's not going to work because it's got a massive boost pipe there. Same on the other side. Obviously no space in the engine bay, and you wouldn't want the engine bay anyway because you need air going to it. So the only other place it can go is in front of the front mount intercooler. Not ideal, because obviously you want cold air temps, but it's going to have to do. Another thing is behind, you can't see it, but behind where the gearbox is, the firewall, I've had to bash that in quite a lot to make some clearance for the gearbox to go in. We've got a 5-speed diesel gearbox on this, manual obviously. Other than that, it just bolted straight in. I've got a rear sump for the subframe to make clearance for that. Had some issues with a different subframe, with a different sump, but that's all done now. And obviously these boost pipes, again that's just an eBay kit. It comes with loads of different size piping, still got some there spare. Comes with like these silicone hoses, you join it up together. These were originally yellow. If you've seen my previous videos, you would have seen these yellow, the same colour as this waterhousing thing. But my mate has done a very good job painting them red. He also painted this black, gloss black, just makes it a little bit more tidier. These brackets I had to make here, as you can see, to hold the front mount intercooler. This radiator is a 200SX S14 radiator, fits there lovely. These coolant hoses are Supra coolant hoses. The radiator fans, same line S14 fans with the shroud. The radiator is holding up by the original BMW mounting brackets. I just customized a plate bar, if you want to say, welded up some, well basically I can't, can you see it? Yeah, you can see this. So that's my custom made radiator support, very sturdy, and I width nutted it into the original BMW radiator bracket mounts. This is support, you see here, for my front mount intercooler, so it doesn't swing. Obviously it's bolted, taking the weight from here, but it needs some support at the bottom so it doesn't swing under wind. And this oil cooler is mounted from that bracket I made. Going to the exhaust. This is the exhaust I'm running. Got a CSL carbon fibre boot, and if you can see that, the M3 type E46 bonnet. So let's get this running, finish off the little bits we need to do, and see if it drives. First things first, got to take this exhaust off. So I've put the exhaust mounting point things on the back box. That's what he's done. Next is these brackets I made to support the middle section. So I undo them now. Then this rear section of the exhaust will slide off. Then we've got to take off this piece behind me, and then hopefully that we don't need to get downpipe off. No, we shouldn't need to because just, well, the top shaft is going up from here to back down there, so just this piece has got to come on. So let's do that now. Now we've got the prop shaft on. That's all on fitted. Now we've got to put the heat shield on and then put the exhaust back up. Now where's the bolts for the heat shield? Tell you what, this is a right pain doing it on the floor on that stand. An absolute pain. Slapping me now. Yeah. Don't need to hit the exhauster. Yeah, these holes are very up here. Let's put that to the fan. Take that exhaust pressure up. Now, this is what I do as well. Right, so that's in there like that. Put that homemade exhaust mount bracket, rubber mount thing I made on there. Now I need bring in the eye. Put one in there. Hold it up. Something like that. One again. C-U-N-T. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, go put the exhaust shield on here. And then put the exhaust back on. So we're just putting the wheel arch lining back up, the trim, whatever you want to call it. We've still got to put some more bolts in, screws, one there, and we've also got this piece here which will go there, and then do the same on the other side. As you can see, these are a bit rusty, but there's no splitting them. It's not split or nothing, it's not leaking. The actual spring isn't cracked, so it'll be okay for now until we get some coilovers. So, I already told you about this, didn't I? So I was going to finish putting these rest of the screws in and then put that on and then do the same on the other side. There's me little bumper fasteners, hold bumper up, but that's on now. All this is on now. Now to do the other side.
Oh, do that again.
So that's the car, started, drove out of there. It sounds absolutely sick, doesn't it? There is some other things that we still need to do to get this through an MOT. New tyres on the back, and I've got to check the discs and the pads. I think there's plenty of pad left, and the discs are pretty much new 5 years ago. So they're not the best looking, but so I've got to check them. I've got to fit a check valve for the brake booster, because at the moment I've got a walk hard pedal. So I've got to get a check valve for the brake booster and connect it to the vacuum side of the inlet manifold. Got to fix my rear number plate holder, my light holder, sorry. Yeah, put an air filter on, and I think that is pretty much it, and then I can get this thing through an MOT. We've just put some stickers on here, which means the whole car really built, not bought. This whole car's been built, so by myself as well. So if you like this type of car in the engine swap I've done on it, and you want to see more of this car, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video when we drive this to the MOT station. Not only that, the other bits and bobs we've got to do to the car, I will be filming that as well. Yeah, so give this video a like, comment down below if you need any help with the or you've got any questions with the 2J swap. Yeah, so cheers for watching. See you in the next video.